Hello everyone. This video is the second video about Introduction to Solid Edge. In this video, I will cover different tools to enhance your experience in using Solid Edge. In the meantime, I will explain how to use these tools efficiently and how to fix any problems you will face. As you can see from the slide, there are about 8 topics here I will cover in this video, and in the meantime I will explain about each item, and without further ado, let's go to Solid Edge to start the tutorial. The first thing now is how to do the dimensions. First, let me start with the smart dimension and label the dimension for this graph here for sketch. So this one and this one dimension is 80 and the other one here. Okay, notice something here, that all the dimensions are labeled by or viewed by the red color. Now this dimension is 120. If I want to check this dimension, this is 40, and this dimension is another 40. Now, okay, see here, give me a chance to change it also. So now if I want to get this dimension and I put it here, so automatically it should be 40, because the total dimension is 120, and this is 40, this is 40, and the other one is 40 here. But notice something here, this dimension is in blue color. Why is this? Because this is a dependent dimension, means that the computer cannot change this, cannot make this 40 something else. I cannot edit this value here, the value here 40, I cannot edit it, because the total dimension is 120, and this one is 40, and this one is 40, so automatically this has to be 40. I can't change. The only way to change it is what? Is to change the dimension that are contributing to the dimensions here, the independent dimension. Like either, suppose I want to make this 40, 50, all what I need to do is just go back here and click on the 120 and make it say 130. So automatically this one will be changed to 50. Okay, or the other way around is, if I want to have to keep this 120, I can go back to this 50 here or 40 here and just change it to be like say 30 or 30, okay, 35 here, and the other one 35 here. Okay, 35 here. So automatically this one, it changed automatically to be 50, because it is a dependent dimension. So now we know that if the color is red, I can change it. The color blue is a dependent dimension, which will be changed based on the other dimension changing, and vice versa. Same thing could happen also if, so suppose I want to make the dependent dimension other than the one in the middle. Maybe I need to make this one in the last one here. So all what I need to do is what? I need to do is what? It's just in the order of the dimensions. See, if I start with the 40 here, then I can do what? I can start with the other one here. So this will be independent dimension. This is why it is red now. Now automatically this one, this is the left one, so it's going to be in blue. And you see now blue. Now if I want to change, so any dimension in red can be changed, but the dimension in 40, you cannot, in the blue cannot be changed unless you change one of the other dimensions. So for example, if I change this one 40 to make it, if I want to make this one 50, I have to change one of these dimensions. Either I can make this one again 30. So I make this one 30, then it becomes 50. Okay, I hope this should be straightforward and clear. All what you need to do is just which way you start your dimension and to look at the color. If it is red, you can change it. If it is blue, means that is dependent dimension and it depend on the how this calculated. Like then you can change. See, for example, this one just is independent completely and does not affect any other dimension, so I can change it the way I want. Say 60, for example. Enter. Okay, can be 60. So we have problem with that. Okay. Okay, so this will cover the first topic. Let's move to the next topic. Suppose I have a rectangle, a square, and this square has a dimension, say 50, I believe. Yes, it is 50. Okay, now I need to draw a square inside with the dimension 40 by 40. So there are many ways of doing that. The first thing I can do is just I can go to rectangle by center, and put the width is 40. Enter, and put the height is 40. Enter, and then this one. Enter. So now I can go back here. Okay. Highlight this line so you can get the center. Highlight this line to get the center, and once you can see the center of both sides, you click, and then you create the square. This is one way. If I want to do it with other ways, I can also do it by scaling this dimension 40%, 80%. So how can I do that? You see the mirror here? Scale. I'm going to say scale. I need to scale this dimension here, this square, and I want to scale it to what? To 80%. So I'm going to put 0.8, enter. And I'm going to highlight this one to make a copy, because if I scale it, I will scale the whole thing without making a copy. So I need a copy because I need to keep the original. So I want to make a copy, and I'm going to scale this one to what? 80%. So now I have the new one. So I'm going to go from the center here to the other center here, so I can locate when I see the two line, the perpendicular, the two dashed lines, so I click it, means that it is inside. And you can keep going. So now, okay, so now escape to get out. So I did this, the same one, by using what? By scaling it. Okay. Another way of doing another square also is to use what? The offset. So I need to use offset. The offset will be 5 millimeter all around. So I need offset of what? The chain. So I'm going to click on this chain here, and I say okay. And I make it inside. I click, now I created another shape inside. Okay, so this way I created the other square inside. Okay, now the next step is I need to let me delete this one so it doesn't bother us. I need to make a copy of this shape, but rotated 45 degrees on top of the shape. So means that I need to make a copy. So a copy and rotate. So in this I would like to make a copy of this shape, but it is rotated 45 degrees on top of the original copy. So what we're going to do is just we're going to click on the rotate. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight the shape. I'm going to say rotate 45. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the center of this rotation here. I'm going to click, go horizontal, and then move 45 degrees, and click and get escape. So this way how you create both the same copy but rotated 45 degrees. Now another thing also I would like to cover on this part here is how to do quick trim. To do quick trim, see if I click on the trim and I move my mouse, nothing is going to happen. Okay, The only way to do a trim is just you have to target the line itself. So like this line here, you click on it, let it disappear, okay? And then you have to target the line. And this is a very tedious and slow process. The best way is to initiate the quick trim. And to initiate the quick trim, you have to lock yourself to this plane. So this is the front view, the front plane. So I would like to lock myself to the front plane. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this one here, and this is the front plane. So I'm going to go to the, where is my coordinate axis? Okay, sorry. Let me do this, okay, sorry. So I can see it. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to rotate this one a little bit so I can see the plane. Here is, okay, here is the front plane, okay. So now what I need to do is just, I'm going to say, okay, choose one of the drawing tools and declare, come to the plane, click the F3. So this means that you'll see F3 in the corner here, means that I already locked myself to the plane. Now, once I locked myself to the plane, I can zoom to the drawing here, and I can use the quick trim. And the quick trim is so quick, easy. So what you can do is just you go back here to the point here. Okay, now let me go back here. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. So I'm gonna click on quick trim. So I'm gonna go to this way. See how quick it is? Go to this way. Highlight this way. Just move your mouse on top of the things. It will disappear. And now I need to get rid of these. Get rid of these. Okay. Now we would like to make a copy of this shape, but with different scale. So how we can do that? We can go to under mirror, click on scale, highlight the data copy, change the scale to 8% of this one, and now we can move here and click. We have the shape, and then we can keep continuing the shape. So now that's good enough. So I'm going to go to skip. So this way I was able to make another copy of the shape, but with a different scale. This will end this topic, and then we'll move to the next one. Okay. As you can see, if I want both of them parallel, so I'm going to click on parallel. So this is a relationship parallel. So if which one you want to be, I want this one to be parallel, the longer one parallel to the shorter one. So you click on the longer one first, and you click on the second one second. So you make both of them parallel. Okay. But if I want to do the opposite, which means I want to make the shorter one parallel to the longer one, then I will start with you make the shorter one parallel to the longer one. Okay, so the order will matter. Okay, same thing for the equal sign. So if I want the larger one to be equal to the shorter one, it's going to shorten the one. Or if I want the shorter one equal to the longer one, sorry, let's go with this one here. The shorter one equal to this one, it's going to enlarge. Okay. So now suppose that, let me go back again. Okay. Now I would like to have this line to be perpendicular to this line. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use the perpendicular relationship. So I'm going to say, okay, and I need this one to be perpendicular to this one. Okay, so it will make it perpendicular, but actually it is short. So how can I fix this problem now? So what you need is just, you need extend to next. If you use extend to next, it will automatically extend to the next line. So I'm going to click on the extend to the next, click on this one. Now it is automatically, it will expand it to be here, and then I can use the trim or whatever. Okay, and this is how I fix this one here. Okay, the next topic is mainly how to do extrusion. There are mainly two problems with extrusion, especially if we are using the command. Okay, so and in the extrusion you have the chain command. Anyway, they have two type of error you will get. Either the shape is not have this colored or had inside color, the bluish color, and or it's going to have the bluish color but is not allowing you to do the extrusion. So doesn't click. Okay, so what you need to do is, so what I'm going to do is just let me zoom quickly to the corner here and to find out what is the problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom to the corner here. I see nothing here, so now let me move to the other corner. So it seems there is nothing. Now let's move to the third corner. Okay, I see that the two lines are not connected. So what I need to do is just what I'm going to click on extend to next. I'm going to click on this one. So they're going to extend next, and then use the trim to trim the extra thing here. And this way, now let me zoom back. This way I can just go or rotate a little bit here, and then I can do what? Let me zoom. I can do the extrusion now. Just click on this one. See, now you can do the extrusion. See, you see it? Now you can do the extrusion. Okay, so let me escape from this one. Similarly for this one here, if you zoom to the corner, you will see what is the problem mainly. Okay, so how can I say, okay, I'm going to zoom here to this corner here, and then I start moving. This corner looks good, so I'm going to move to other corner. This corner also looks good, so let me go to the third corner. Oh, I see two problems. Either this one extra stuff here, so I'm going to click on the quick trim, get rid of this one, and also get rid of this small item here. Maybe while you are doing your trims, you forgot some lines and so on. So the best way is just zoom, so you can find what other extra lines in the system that will prevent you from the zooming. Okay. Now I need to do a keyway. So what I'm going to do is I rectangle by center, and it choose the standard of the keyway. Say, for example, this is a standard for this one is 15 by 16. So I'm going to say 15, enter, and the other one is 16, enter. And the angle is 0. So I create this one. What I need to do is just I get to the center here. Once I see that it is aligned with the center line vertical, you see the dashed line, you click. Dashed line and touching the circle, you click. So now I clicked it. Now what I need to do, the next step is what? Use the trim, quick trim. So I'm going to trim this one and trim this one. And this is how quick I created the keyway. There is another way of doing it. Okay, there are two ways of, if I need to have a slot here, we can do the same thing. So let's bring this one here. Suppose I need to do a slot here, which is 15. Same thing. Okay, so either I can do it two ways. Either I can make it by rectangle by center. Okay, and I make the whatever the slot width is, what is 15, so I'm going to say 15. And you can make this one more than the distance between these two. So say, may say 20 or 30 or 25. Say, okay. Okay, so I have it. All what I need to do is just you move it to put it in along the center line. You click as long as you are covering the whole area. So now I'm going to go escape, and then the next step is to take everything inside and then start cleaning. So let me move, get closer, and the quick trim again. We're gonna get rid of this and get rid of this. Okay, so now let's move that. Okay, the other way of doing it also, I can just use the what, the mirror relate. Okay, so let me go back again, bring it back, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the what, the symmetric relation. What I need to do is just, but this is a lengthy way than the regular one. So I'm going to draw a vertical line, any vertical line. Good. Now I'm going to draw two lines parallel to this line here, and another one parallel here. Let me make it bigger a little bit. It's okay, I'll far around it, so at least to show you the concept also. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the relate and the relate symmetry. So click on the relate symmetry and say, okay, around this line, so this will be the line of symmetry, I want this line to be similar to this line. So what happened is it's going to move to have the same distance here. If you want to do the opposite, you want to say, okay, if you say relate, well, I need this line, around this line, I need this line to be similar to this line. So it's going to make it wider. Now I can fix the dimension after that by putting the X dimension between this line and this line. If I want to put 15, so it will arrange both of them because they are symmetric around the line. So, oh, okay, now we move that. So the best way is just to let me move this one to the center here. So how you do that? Another way of doing it. So I get the X dimension, highlight the circle. So go to the center of the circle, this one, and the center is circle. So we got this number. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to put 0. Enter. So everything moved. So now the whole thing became in the center. So let me go to the trim thing. I'm going to go this way, get this way, and get this way, and then highlight the center line. If you want to keep it or delete it, it's up to you. Okay. So this is also another way of doing it. Now let's move to another topic, which mainly is copy and rotate. So suppose I have a shape here. I need only just to rotate it without copying it, just to rotate it. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to click here on rotate. So I have the menu here, rotate. I'm going to highlight the shape I want to rotate, and I want to put the step 45 degrees. Say I want to rotate it 45 degrees without making a copy. So don't touch, don't highlight this, don't make a copy, okay? Then I'm going to click on the center here, on the thing here. I'm going to click Control. Click on the center here. Click at the edge here, and then rotate it, and then click. And this way, then you remove your hand from the control. So use the control. Make sure that your finger on the control while you are doing the process from the 0 and the line and the rotation. Okay, and this will just rotate the shape, not making a copy. If you want to make a copy, you have to click this one, copy. Okay, let's move to this line relationship. which mainly is, we call it the collinear. Okay, so if I have, I'm going to click on the collinear. Let me move a little bit and make it to the center, and I'm going to make it bigger a little bit. Okay. If I want, okay, collinear, click on collinear. If I want this line in the same direction of this line, just I'm going to use the collinear. Check the collinear. So now the first one will be in the same direction as the second one. If you want to make the opposite, you want this one to be in the direction of the smaller one, so we'll do the same thing. You're going to go to that, and then you start with the bigger one. I need this one to be in line with the other one here. Okay, and I believe this is should do it. Okay, and the other thing. Okay, so this is for collinear. Now let's move to another thing. Suppose I have two circles here. They are drawn. The best way, okay, let me start about the best way of doing two circles, and they are collinear together. So I'm going to delete this one. So let me have a circle, and suppose I want to do it. The best way to get it on the same line with this one here is just to start from the center, move, and when you see the dashed line, this will be the location, and then you can draw the circle whatever dimension you want. Okay, suppose I want it 20 or something like that, or 60. Okay. Okay, so this way I draw it in the same exact location. But suppose that I did a mistake and they are not exactly on the same line. So how to fix that? I believe we did it in one of the other. Suppose they are away from each other. So how to fix that is we're going to use the X dimension. Click on this circle, click on the other circle, and then find the X dimension here. And if the X dimension here, this is how far it is 5. So I'm going to say, okay, make it 0. So I'm going to make it 0, enter. So everything becomes now on the same line. Okay, they are aligned. The next step, I want to do the dimension. From the center to the center, you click on this circle and you click on this circle. So give you the distance between the circles. So I'm going to say 40, for example. Okay, 40. Okay, it is 40 now. But suppose I don't want to get the dimension from the center to the center. Suppose I need to get the dimension from the circle, the tangent here to the tangent here. How to do that? To do that is mainly as, so you go to X, you see this command here, distance between tangent, click on this one, click on this tangent here, and then again click on this circle and click on this circle, and automatically it will give me the distance there between the tangent. Okay, now let's move to another subject. Okay, the next subject will be like, we're going to talk about curves. You see this command, the curve here, it has two items, one called the curve, one called the conic. So let me do the curve first, and then we'll do the conic later. So suppose I need to draw a curve. So what you need to do is just highlight, click on the feature of on the curve. Like say, for example, I need the curve to start from this point. Now it will go up to the maximum to this point. Then it will go down to a certain location here, and then it will go up again to another one, and then right click to get out. So it wouldn't move anything. So now this is the thing. So now I made a curve. Now I need to make a mirror of the curve. It's very simple. Just you highlight the curve, and then you draw a line anywhere you want. So if I wanted this, I want this line here. So I'm going to make horizontal line. It will make me another mirror of the curve in the horizontal line. So okay, that's it, and then I'm done. Okay, now suppose I want to change this curve. So let me go back. I want to change this curve. So how can I change this curve? So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to click on the curve, and I will see handles. You see these handles? I'm going to just move it a little bit. Okay, you see this point here, handles point. So I'm going to say, okay, let me highlight the curve. Now I can use this handle to adjust the curvature of the curve to make it the way I want. Just practice with it, and after a couple of trials, you will be professional on doing it, on using it. Okay, and then of course I want to move this one a little bit to the top here or to the bottom or whatever you want. Then you will create the curve as you want. Okay, so now this is with respect to the curve. Now let's move to another subject under curve also, which will be what? Conic. What is Conic? So when you click on the Conic, it came a menu. Where is the menu? Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. Here is the menu. Okay, and here you have a choices about in these Conics. You can have hyperbola or parabola or ellipse. I believe that the default will be the ellipse one. Okay, whatever. Okay, so suppose that I need to get the ellipse. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I need to say, okay, this is the main point here and the other point here, and then go to the center here. You can go to the center or go to any point. Then you can make it curve it to the bottom or curve it to the more curve it to the top. But I like it in the center. I want to make it center, right? And I can move here up to click to the center of the line here. So it is now exactly in the center. But did you notice something here? It tell you here that, okay, you see this value here? The value here is 0.5. 0.5 of what? Of the dimensions here. Okay, so now if you want to make it 0.5 of the dimension, okay, so let me make it 0.5. Enter. Okay, means that this parabola here, or this ellipse, sorry, has this axis here from the tip here to this one here. Let me measure it. Let me get it by x or x. Okay, that's fine. From the center, from the tip here to the edge here, this should be how much? 50%, because we put 0.5. So whatever number you want to put on the dimension, this is how you create your ellipse. The coming example will show you how to use the Conic command to draw a Rosetta leaves. Okay, so let's go to Conic. So go to under curve. I'm going to choose Conic, and let me move this one to the side. Where is Conic? Okay, Conic, and I'm gonna choose a point. I'm gonna go vertical. That's good enough. And then from the middle, I'm gonna go to the side. So this, maybe this is a good enough. So I'm gonna click. We do it as a mirror. Then I'll highlight this one around this line and go to the other line, the other point. So now I created one leaf. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the rotate. I'm gonna highlight this one, and I'm gonna move every 45 minutes or 45 degrees. Put my 0 here, the center of rotation. Make a horizontal line, and then move 45 degrees. That's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna click, move another 45, click, then move another 90 degrees and click. So now I was able to create a rose. Let me get scale here, and you can make it more if you want. So I was able to create this Rosetta of 4 leaves. Some other pattern you can put like a circle in the middle and so on, but I'll leave it now for your own design. This will conclude the video for this session. and I hope that you find it useful. And I would like to thank you for watching the video, and I would like to hear your feedback, and give me whatever you want me to cover as another series for introduction to solid edge, certain topics or certain item that you recommend and you feel that they should be useful for those who are starting using solid edge. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you like the video. And if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and give it a thumb up. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon on another video. Bye bye.